Hello everyone. How is your day today? Wish you are doing great in your vacation and get ready for your competition, the spelling bee competition, and study hard for getting the competition and your medal, inshallah. Best of luck for all. Let's finish our record for the last lesson in grammar this week and dealing with relative clauses. What is the relative clause and what are the relative pronouns? Are you ready? Let's go. What is the relative clause? It's a short clause which describes the subject of the sentence. And we have different kinds of relative pronouns starting this relative clause. A relative clause is a sentence describing a noun, which is the subject here, the subject of the sentence. However, it cannot be used separately. We can't use the relative clause without a subject or a verb in the complete sentence. It comes after the noun defined by a basic sentence, so it must be inserted in a complete basic sentence. It's also called adjective clause because it defines or describes a noun as an adjective. Let's check some examples. We have different kinds of relative pronouns like who, which, or that. Also where and whose or whom. But we're dealing in this session with only three relative pronouns, which are who, which, and that. Let's check the first one, who. We usually use the relative pronoun who when we refer to people or persons, the subject of the sentence. Check this example. He who overcomes his anger subdues his greatest enemy. He is the subject. Who overcomes his anger? Here is the relative clause describing the subject. There is the subject here, he. Where's the clause? Who overcomes his anger? This is the relative clause starting with the relative pronoun who for persons. Great. Moving to the second pronoun here, the relative pronoun which, and it refers to animals and objects. When we refer to animals or objects or things. That is not good language which all understand not. Which, this is the relative pronoun, which all understand not or can't understand it well. This is the relative clause describing and identifying the good language, which is the subject of this sentence. This is the doll which my sister broke. This is the doll which my sister broke. So the complete sentence starting with the subject, ending with the action verbs should insert the relative clause describing only the noun or the subject of the sentence. Moving to the third relative pronoun here, that. And that can be used to refer to people, things, and animals. So we can describe the subject even it's a person or something or an animal. Check this example. It's a poor mouse that has only one hole. There is must e here. So the mouse is an animal. I use the relative pronoun that to describe the noun, which is an animal. He is my uncle that I met in the restaurant yesterday. Moving on, let's move further to know more about the relative pronouns. We have who and which. Who is a kind of relative clause we use when the subject or object we want to describe is a human being. Yes, of course, to describe people. So the relative clause starting with who refers to persons. The relative clauses provide details about the action specified in the preceding clause. Yeah, I identify something related to this person to clarify who is he or who is she. Using which if the entity we want to characterize in a sentence or want to make it more specific is an inanimate entity, which we usually use. We also refer to something or to an animal to give more description, to identify and give more details. Thanks to this, we provide the specific meaning that we provide with who, the same idea and usage for who. Check this example too. Ralph lives in London. Ralph makes silly machines. So in order to shorten the sentence and replace the repetition of the same noun or the same subject, we can take out the subject in the second clause and replace it with the relative pronoun who. Ralph, who makes silly machines, lives in London. This is better. Check here, that and which. Sometimes they are equal in usage with the same purpose used with animals or things or objects. This is a machine. This machine makes edible forks. We can delete the same subject. Don't repeat the subject. This is a machine that or which makes edible forks. So both are right. That makes edible forks or which makes edible forks. Okay, to get closer to different examples, check here for using who in sentences, identifying the subject here. The woman who is with the red dress, let's underline the relative clause here. The woman who is with the red dress asking me the address was very beautiful. There is a relative clause and the relative pronoun who describes the subject here, the woman. It's a human being. My teacher who came to Spain in 2001, also the relative clause, likes to ride her mountain bike. So I describe who's my teacher. I give more details about who came to Spain. I think the people that live on the island are very friendly. Yeah, we give more information about those people living on islands. Same here with the examples using which. The car which is standing in front of the apartment is my car, the relative pronoun and the relative clause. The house which we rented was in pink. The bananas which I bought on Monday are rotten. The wallet which I bought last week is already stolen. Check these examples to get ready for doing your exercise by yourself, complete with who, which, or where. And we also can use the relative pronoun where to identify a place. This is the hospital where I did the operation, or this is the school where I work. Check number 1. This is the boy. Underline the subject to choose your correct answer. This is the boy had an accident. It's a person. Who? This is the boy who had an accident. Yesterday I saw a car. This is an object which we already old. Was really old. Mandy is the girl who I met on Friday. Who? Next. The robber stole the car which the lady had parked in front of the supermarket. It's something. Can I talk to the girl who's sitting in the bench? Where's the bottle of Coke which I bought this morning? Mr. Jones, who is a taxi driver, lives on the corner. This is the girl who comes from Spain. And so on, so far. You can go by the exercises by yourself. Wish you benefit from this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and best of luck. Thank you. Bye bye.